surrounding Disney parks is the story of human ashes being scattered inside the attractions. As strange as it may seem, this is more than just an urban legend. Many believe it actually happens. The most notorious location for this practice is the Haunted Mansion, where grieving families have allegedly spread the remains of loved ones, hoping to grant them a final resting place in their favorite theme park. The story goes that many people, particularly Disney fans, have a strong emotional connection to the parks. When they pass away, some of their families feel that the best way to honor their memory is to scatter their ashes at a place that brought them so much joy. The Haunted Mansion, with its theme of death and the afterlife, is often the most sought-after location. However, it is said that people have also scattered ashes in other rides like Pirates of the Caribbean and It's a Small World. One of the more chilling aspects of the story is that Disney staff are trained to handle these situations when they occur. Allegedly, when a guest is caught spreading ashes, park staff must immediately shut down the ride and clean the area. The code word for this cleanup is rumored to be HEPA cleanup, referencing the special vacuum used to remove fine particles like human ashes. These occurrences are said to be frequent enough that they are treated almost like routine maintenance. Though Disney maintains a strict no-ashes policy, the stories persist. And with them come the eerie rumors of hauntings. Cast members working in the Haunted Mansion report seeing strange shadows or hearing disembodied voices after the rides have been shut down for the night. The most common claim is that certain areas of the ride feel cold, or that guests sometimes experience a strong sense of sadness or discomfort without knowing why. Some say that these are the spirits of the people whose ashes were scattered without permission, unable to find peace. One particularly eerie story involves a guest who spread the ashes of her son inside the Haunted Mansion without informing anyone. Shortly after, visitors and staff began reporting strange occurrences at the exit of the ride. Some said they could hear the faint sound of a child crying, while others claimed to see the shadowy figure of a small boy. To this day, some believe that the ashes left behind may have trapped the boy's spirit inside the ride, doomed to wander its dark halls forever. Even though most guests never witness any of these occurrences firsthand, the idea of human ashes being scattered throughout the park adds an unsettling layer to the otherwise joyful experience of Disneyland. Whether the hauntings are real or not, the fact remains that people have gone to great lengths to leave part of themselves behind in a place they love so much, sometimes quite literally.
The Haunted Mansion's Crying Boy Haunted Mansion is one of Disneyland's most iconic rides, famous for its playful spookiness and eerie atmosphere. But beneath the gags and ghostly effects, there's a story that many claim is far more chilling than anything the Imagineers designed. It involves the spirit of a young boy who is said to haunt the exit area of the ride forever, crying softly into the darkness. The story behind the Crying Boy begins with a grieving mother who was heartbroken over the loss of her son. In life, the boy had loved the Haunted Mansion, and Disneyland had been one of his favorite places. As a final tribute, the mother decided to bring her son's ashes to the park and scatter them inside the Haunted Mansion, hoping that her boy could stay forever in the place he loved most. However, Disneyland has strict policies about spreading ashes, and the practice is not allowed. The mother, however, managed to sneak her son's ashes into the ride without being detected. She scattered them discreetly as the doom buggy wound its way through the mansion, depositing a bit of her son's remains in different spots. Not long after, cast members began reporting strange occurrences near the exit of the Haunted Mansion. Guests would sometimes mention hearing a faint sound of crying just as they were about to leave the ride. At first, it seemed like nothing more than a minor oddity, but the reports became more frequent, and soon, both visitors and staff were talking about the mysterious sounds. Some said it was as though a child was calling out for his mother, softly sobbing as though he was lost. On some nights, when the ride was closed and the park was quiet, cast members cleaning up around the Haunted Mansion claimed they could hear the same soft sobbing echoing through the halls near the exit. There were no children present, no guests, and yet the sound continued as if a lonely boy was trapped in the dark, unable to find his way out.
One cast member, who was locking up after a late shift, swore she saw the shadow of a small boy standing at the exit. Though no one was supposed to be there, she called out, thinking it was a lost child, but as she approached, the figure vanished into thin air. The next morning, she reported the incident to her supervisor, who told her that she wasn't the first to see him. The crying boy had been spotted by several employees, though no one could explain his presence. While most guests who hear the crying boy don't see anything, the experience is enough to send chills down their spines. Some believe the boy's spirit remains in the haunted mansion, still searching for his mother, lost in the spooky maze of illusions and shadows. Others think that the act of spreading his ashes without permission disturbed his peace, leaving him trapped in the ride he once loved. To this day, guests occasionally report hearing faint cries near the exit of the haunted mansion. Though no one can ever find the source, it's become one of Disneyland's most persistent ghost stories, whispered about among cast members and fans alike. Whether the tale is true or simply another urban legend, the presence of the crying boy adds an unsettling touch to the otherwise playful atmosphere of the haunted mansion.